Yud Shevat Tavshin Nun. At that time I was a bocher in London, 18 years old, and the preparation and the excitement was building up. Partially based on previous year's Yud Shevat, there was a tremendous excitement of Hachana. We actually did not know if we would have permission to go in. I remember at the time there was discussions among the Rosh Hashivas if to give permission. Baruch Hashem, they did give permission. Tezvav Tevis, there was a surprise sicha. And I remember at the time where I was in London, and we were listening, and suddenly the Rebbe basically laid out what the program is going to be for Yud Shevat.
The game Rishon, the game Sheni, was really neder, the damals sein, at Neil Kerogula, before batten the game Rishon to Bechol Shavua, und the game Sheni, Alachas Kama Vekama, at den Zion, von dem Baal HaZion, von dem Baal HaYimulo.
And, you know, we had obviously been discussing Yud Shevat is coming, and there'd been a lot of discussion. We'd heard a little bit from the Rebbe, but the Rebbe should actually almost a month before lay out exactly what the program is going to be, the Fabreng and Shabbos, then there's going to be Monday, then there's going to be the Rebbe going to Eil, then there's going to be a Sicha, that the Rebbe should lay it out in that way, obviously added to the tremendous excitement. Yud Shevat was on a Monday. The Thursday before, we flew into New York. We flew in as a yeshiva. I remember we were Kulenzich in the airport, tremendous excitement. I remember on Thursday night we came, and something which had usually not happened because many of the other times that we came was during Tishrei and so forth, where the Rebbe was in 770. The Rebbe was at home. And I remember we came, I couldn't get in, a large crowd. We gathered outside, but it was a tremendous sense of being there and feeling connected to the Rebbe. The Shabbos before Yud Shevat, which was obviously integrally connected to Yud Shevat, the Rebbe had already said that that's when the main Farbrengen of Yud Shevat would be, was a tremendous aseiris. There were kovtzim that had been published by all the yeshivas, Chiddushei Torah, which had all been given into the Rebbe. There was tremendous duchas that were being given into the Rebbe all through Friday, and answers that were coming out. There was a tremendous excitement, in addition to the simple kibbutz golias of so many people coming in, and more or less most of the people that were coming in for Yud Shevat had already come in for the Shabbos. The Avirah was, you know, with a Yom Tov Dika celebration, including the famous song that was made up for the event, the Nosan Hashem Lachem Lev Ladas, Veinayim Liros, and almost many of the times that the Rebbe came in and out, in addition, sometimes they would sing Napoleon's March, but other times they would be singing this song. Sunday was Sunday dollars, and because there were so many visitors, the dollars was that much longer. There was also many people that were presenting gifts and different things to the Rebbe in honor of the 40 years.
Meine Mäuse, die Rebbe treffen Geld, fressen wir ja kein davon. Der Rebbe gebeten uns laufen meine Mäuse, das kommt helfen, eine neue Stadt fressen. In Kalifornien, der Rebbe's Masken geht hervor.
Ja, das darf man machen, nicht einmal was schaden. Die Leute haben von mir alles. Als Loch von meinen Mäuse.
Ma'ariv of Yud Shevat was very special. 770 is packed, you know, from end to end. Here is this day that we've been waiting for, essentially for the past year. The Chassidim, but also the Rebbe, had been building up to this day. The Rebbe davens Ma'ariv for the Yomid, and then goes up the stairs to the Rebbe Stender and starts saying the Sicha. The way the Rebbe started the Sicha was a tremendous Warmkeit. This is doch Vayhi bar boim shono.
Vayhi bar boim shono, wo sind der erste Hilule, wo sie sich in den Tag von Histalkus.
After the Sicha, the Rebbe gave out dollars. Yud Shevat in the morning, of course the Rebbe davens for the Yomid, and immediately after that was the tank parade. I'm not sure if this was done deliberately, but the tank parade was beginning to roll at about the time that the Rebbe was going to the car, to the mikveh, and the Rebbe stopped, walked to the end of the driveway, and watched as the tank parade drove by. I remember at the time we were told that the Rebbe was watching. It was difficult to actually see. We were in a tank, but just that feeling that the Rebbe was watching the tanks, standing there like a general watching his tanks go by, was a tremendous excitement and a tremendous kiruv. So after Ma'ariv, the Rebbe starts the Chalukah of the Tanyas. There's a tremendous olam. First there's men and children. And then women and children going by. And the Rebbe was there for 5 or so hours. The Rebbe was distributing the Tanyas. There was another element. On the Tanya, it's written, Arboim Shana, the Nesiyas Chakad Mushlita, which in a sense, is very powerful, that the Rebbe is giving out himself something which says 40 years to the Rebbe's Nesiyas. Obviously, the Hisayrus and the excitement of Yud Shevat that we took from that time, especially based on what the Rebbe said about this Metzias Chadosha, that the Rebbe was really demanding a dramatic paradigm shift, that we should look at things from a totally different perspective.